In the opening scene of Kaiju number 8, Keiji, the deputy director of the Defense Force, is heard discussing Kafka with other staff members. They talk about a few different concepts for using Kafka's Kaiju DNA. But Kikoru's father and the Director General of the Defense Force, Isao, insist that the 3rd Division turn over Kafka to them. These gents then watch Kafka through a glass. Kafka is incarcerated at the moment. Kafka remembers, when he is imprisoned, what Kikoru said on the purpose of the numbered kaiju for the higher-ups in the Defense Force. Kikoru claims they will probably use Kafka's Kaiju number 8 components into weapons if they manage to apprehend him. Kafka is picked up and brought to headquarters by Mina, Hashina, and a few other soldiers. When Kafka sees his pals watching from the sidelines, he starts to question whether his time is really over. Reno crosses the border and informs Kafka that he knows he'll return to the Defense Force to fight with him before Kafka boards the plane. The plane shuts down after that. Kafka becomes aware that he and Mina are alone. They are not being filmed in this area, Mina informs them. She gives Kafka her honest assessment of his actions during the Kaiju number 10 fiasco. Furthermore, Mina informs Kafka that she is obtaining proof of Kafka's humanity. Mina tells Kafka that nobody in the 3rd Division thinks poorly of him and hopes that this will save him. Next, Kafka is asked to sit in a certain spot by Mina. Kafka is told by Mina that he will be moving to the Ariake Maritime Base. Mina is stopped by Kafka, who begs whether he can continue to support her. Kafka can, says Mina. Mina and Kafka leave. It is at the Ariake Maritime Base that Kafka is contained. A few days go by. Iharu muses over Kafka's predicament with the others. While some wish to spare him, another supporter tells everyone that Kafka's destiny will be decided by the Neutralization Bureau. Hashina and another ally then talk about Kafka. For a rematch, Hashina wants Kafka returned. Kikoru then goes to see Isao at his workplace and begs him not to kill Kafka. Isao gives Kikoru a document with X-rays of Kafka's chest. Upon reading the document, Kikoru discovers that, like other kaiju she has faced, Kafka is developing a core. Isao tells Kikoru that her mother was killed by a kaiju and asserts that Kafka is a kaiju. Kikoru informs Isao that she still thinks highly of Kafka before she departs. Reno and the others report to Mina, while Kafka is examined more thoroughly physically. They will be temporarily moved to other sections, Mina informs them. She claims that the reason they're taking this action is because the rampage of the correspondingly numbered kaijus seriously destroyed the Tachikawa base. Mina adds that the authorities predict further attacks from other kaiju factions. So Mina and the others will be training the best rookies across all divisions. Mina reassures them that this strategy was developed prior to the revelation of Kafka's Kaiju number 8 identity. Reno agrees, much to Iharu's dismay. Aoi and Haruchi later meet on a rooftop. Haruchi is informed by Aoi that he was attempting to get in touch with someone who could assist Kafka. Haruchi is reminded by Aoi that he doesn't want to lose Kafka or anyone else. After that, Isao meets with Kafka and requests that he be let go by one of the employees. Kafka is shot by Isao, who then seizes him moments later. He fills a tube with Kafka's blood remains. At the same time, Isao declares that Kafka will always be seen as a kaiju and does not consider him to be human. Saying he's not a kaiju, Kafka gets to his feet. Isao has 2 artificial arms given to him by his warriors. The components of Kaiju number 2 were used to create these arms. Isao opposes Kafka. Kafka decides to change into a kaiju to some extent. As he fights Isao, Keiji gives Kikoru some information regarding Kaiju number 2. The beast, according to him, was arrogant, but they subdued it and made weapons out of its parts. He claims that only Isao is capable of